John Liquidator coming back with a major update. So many fans and people in the media has been asking about Chase Elliott. What is Chase Elliott's opinion about Tyler Reddick and what led up to this damn crash? Now, somebody had gotten the comment section in the last video. If you guys did not see that video, I highly recommend you guys go look at it because Riley Herbis opens up about the crash. He felt like it should have been a stoppage. It should have been a pause. The race shouldn't have kept going. It was like a 4 or 5 car collision that led up to that crash. I want to show you guys some different angles from this crash real quick before we get into exactly what Chase Elliott had to detail about the actual crash. Now, here is another angle of this crash here. Let me get it pulled up on the screen for you guys so you guys can see this, because this is very interesting, man. This is very, very interesting because a lot of people is trying to throw shade at Team Jordan and Tyler Reddick for winning this Indy 500 for whatever reason. Whatever reason, let's watch. So this is Bubba the Love Show this morning talking about this crash. Listen to what they said on his podcast. Shout out to him, Bubba the Love Sponge. Let's listen to what they said about this crash.
I did catch like the last 25 laps of the Daytona 500.
Well, you caught the best parts because the other laps were pretty boring.
Yeah. They've made these cars so hunky and so like dump trucks that you can get into it. You can legitimately get into a wreck and go back and fix your car a little bit and like win the race.
Yeah, I think there was only one guy that was officially out, but there was like 20 wrecks.
Back in the day, like when Tony and all those guys drove, their bodies were actually made out of, handcrafted aluminum that they use these metal brakes, and that's these big pieces of machine that you can bend metal by hand, and rollers and things like that, and the bodies were all made out of lightweight aluminum. And now I think they're made out of like carbon fiber, but if you like tear off a fender, you just pull into the pits and they put a brand new carbon fiber fender back on it.
Every time the announcer would say, wow, that was a big time wreck,
I think them introducing carbon fiber to NASCAR is probably one of the best things they could have did. I'm a car guy. Carbon fiber is all over my car in certain spots. I feel like it's durable, it's lasting. This was a great thing for NASCAR to do. Now let's jump into the topic of the video, and that is exactly what Chase Elliott had to say about this wreck. Let's listen.
I was going to get crashed if I had tried to throw another move on him, and I feel like the best play for me was to try and re-rack and get one last shove to the line, and then but it was the 35 and he wasn't going to push me, so and then he winds up crashing himself, not pushing me, which then in turn crashed me anyway. So maybe I should have just turned left, wrecked the first time.
You say you tried not to let yourself kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. You need to go ask, whatever went on there. But I have no idea.
You said you tried not to let yourself think about it, but we saw as soon as you got out of the car, obviously how crushing it was for you. What was just kind of going through your mind right then and there?
It was pretty just disappointing. I don't know what else to tell you other than we were leading the Daytona 500 off of turn 4 coming to the checkered flag, and we didn't win. So you tell me.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, like I told these guys, I just felt like momentum had really shifted back the other direction. The 38 and I had gotten a long ways out there, and I knew that was probably not great, but at the point in time, we didn't have a choice. You kind of take the runs when you had them, and that's what we did. So we got out there, and unfortunately, Tyler was able to get back and get a big run, and a run that 38 couldn't really defend, and then he was my helper, and once he was gone, I was on total defense. And yeah, you know, it just becomes really difficult to cover those massive runs and not crash yourself in the process. So yeah, proud of the week. You know, I thought there was a lot of good stuff, and you know, I guess, yeah, top 5, I guess, for whatever that's worth. Turned around backwards in the fence, but just hate to be that close. You know, it's such a big deal down here. Kind of sucks, but it's part of this deal.
Thank you.
So that was Chase Elliott opening up about this race, man. I believe he said something else too. Let me see if I got that other clip here.
At that high rate of speed, and nobody's lifting, you know, when those runs are coming at that high rate of speed and nobody's lifting, you know, at that point in time. So, you know, I just felt like I was going to get crashed if I had tried to throw another move on him. And, you know, I feel like the best play for me was to try and re-rack and get one last shove to the line. And then, you know, but it was the 35, and he wasn't going to push me. So and then he winds up crashing himself, not pushing me, which then in turn crashed me anyway. So maybe I should have just turned left, wrecked the first time.
So that was Chase Elliott speaking about the crash, man. I want to know you guys' thoughts down in the comment section right now. Be sure to like the video, hype the video, and definitely subscribe to the channel. Until next time, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here, baby. Peace out.